Morning. Monday, September 23rd. Welcome to the Victor Wilt program. Hope you had a good weekend. You know, one thing I think about every weekend is, what things should I be doing? What should I do with my time to be productive? It generally ends up being chores. You know, I am happy. I cleaned my house up really nice Friday evening. Made me feel good to get up and start my day Saturday without any chores needing to be done. But chores, that's no way to spend your weekend, all right? I know it's the most convenient time because you're not having to work. But what you should do is be trying to knock down some of them life goals. I was looking at a list of things online of things people should experience at least once in their life. Oh, I hate Monday morning when I can't speak. But, I only took a quick glance at this list and was like, yeah, these are things that I think people should experience. You may or may not have the opportunity, but if you get it, I'd say take it. The most popular answer is currently living alone, which is something I'm doing right now, technically. I mean, I got the 2 cats. I think if you live completely alone, you have that potential to go a little bit crazy. You got to have something to talk to. So I recommend a pet. You know, at least one little pet. Just so you aren't sitting in silence all the time. It's good to have something else alive around you. But living alone, got to say it's pretty great. You know, it's the middle of the day. You want to sit in the living room and take a nap in the recliner. Nobody gonna wake you up. Well, potentially the pet that I mentioned you should have, but luckily my cats, if I go to sleep, they're like, oh, okay, nap time it is. A round of applause just for them. Okay, as someone who has had people cheer for me, it does feel really nice. It does feel really nice. Now, usually I'm piggybacking off of somebody else like a touring band. I walk out to their crowd and go, hey, and everybody cheers. I don't know if they'd be cheering for me if I just showed up and told everybody to be there. Hey, everybody, you got to be here at this time. And then I come out and go, hey, how's it going? And didn't deliver anything after that. Might not get those cheers. But I have performed live and had a great crowd response, and that feels very nice. Even if it's just your friends sitting around in a room with you going, yeah, all right, good job. It does feel good. Maybe give someone a round of applause. Or today, tell somebody they did a good job. You know? Just brighten up their day a little bit. Round of applause does feel pretty good. I feel bad to anybody who's never had people at least give them a clap. All right, what else do we got here on things that people should experience at least once? The Northern Lights. Now, I have not seen the Northern Lights, even though we had the opportunity to see him around here not too long ago. My stupid lazy self, I didn't drive up to the hills. You know? So I'm disappointed that I was not able to check that out. What's wrong with me? It's supposed to be really amazing. I mean, we've all seen photos and videos, but it's kind of like the solar eclipse. I've seen photos of it, but when you see that happen in real life, total solar eclipse, it's crazy. That's probably on this list somewhere. Total solar eclipse. You get the opportunity to check that out. Don't turn it down. It's crazy. I don't know how to describe it, you know, other than the moon has moved in front of the sun. But no, it gets some kind of visceral reaction out of you. Like, I could see why people back in the day thought the world was ending when a total solar eclipse is happening. Because it's crazy. So crazy looking. Let's see here. Swimming in warm ocean water. I'm going to pass on that, but to each their own. Too many creatures in the ocean. Swimming pool only for me. Traveling. Yeah, even if you can just road trip to somewhere 3 hours away. You know, find somewhere with an inexpensive hotel and get out and explore. You know, maybe you're from around here and you've never even ventured to, I don't know, Stanley or Jackson or Driggs or something. Salt Lake. I know it's not the most exciting city, but if you've never been to a big city because you were born and raised here, go spend an afternoon a night in Salt Lake. It's something. It gets you out of town, see something new. If you can go even further, obviously go for it. But I know that vacationing is expensive. Gas is outrageous. Vegas, as I've pointed out, is a cheap vacation. You can get really cheap hotels there. And you don't have to go blow a bunch of money gambling. You can just wander around and be entertained. It's a weird place with lots to see. Great place for people watching or just looking at flashing lights. Maybe give that a go. Traveling, I think, is a great way to, enhance your life in some manner. So these are all pretty good things. Working in customer service. Yeah, I do think everybody should experience that because you might have a little more empathy for people working in those positions. There's some terrible customers out there. All right. Well, anyway, I've now motivated myself to go on vacation. I wasted my PTO with COVID. So, yeah, that sucks. I would like to go on vacation, but that is now out the door. Yay. All right. Well, I'll try to turn it around and be a little more positive on Monday here. Rather than getting cranky about the fact that I got sick. So, how was your weekend? Was it pretty good? Hope so. Mine was really good. It was a really good time. Friday night was not necessarily fun. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, I cleaned my house, got it in nice shape so I could wake up, start my weekend, not having to do any chores. That was great. Decided to go check out my friend Steve's band. Why can't I think of the name right now? Holy cow. Stubborn Moth at the jazz festival happening in downtown Idaho Falls. They were really good. I posted some video in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group. And then my homie Steve, drummer for my band, he surprised me by bringing his full drum set from home. He didn't need to bring it because he used a set at the jazz festival that wasn't his. But he packed up all of his drums, brought them into my house, and we ended up jamming. And I have not jammed with Steve for, I don't even know, many, many years. Since we were teenagers, we made tons of great music together. And you know how life gets sometimes. Just all of a sudden the years are just flying by. And had Steve not taken the initiative to pack up and bring his drums, I don't know. I got to put the full thanks on him for setting up a band practice unexpectedly this weekend. And then Joey, our guitarist, he came up too. And so we had a full-fledged jam. And it was so nice. So nice. I didn't realize how much I really missed playing songs with those guys. And how satisfying it is to get locked in on some riffs and we forgot a lot of parts of a lot of songs, but it was an excellent jam session. And my neighbors didn't even call the cops. So that was great because we don't play quiet. We're a metal band. And my guitar rig that I've got set up right now, I don't have my foot pedals rigged up to it. So it was like, well, we're just going to play every song with crushing distortion. So we kind of had to remake some of them in the heat of the moment, which that was also very satisfying. So if you've got a hobby that you're really into and you've kind of fallen off from it, it might really make your day to, just give it a go. I'm really happy that Steve decided to do that. After watching him play with these guys at the jazz festival, those guys are like super talented. Made me feel nice that Steve enjoys jamming with me after playing with guys like that. I'm sitting back watching like, geez, I'm a guitar amateur. But we had a great time. It was good to hang out with those guys. And maybe we'll eventually put out some new music. We played some songs together that we have never played live together before. We had just made them in the studio. And boy, they were really fun in the live setting. So got to get back to it. Maybe I haven't played my last show. For a long time there, I kind of felt like I've played my last live show. And now I'm like, oh, why? You love playing live shows. why not try to do it every once in a while? So you never know. Might have an opportunity to see my band play one of these days. I'll keep you posted, but I just mainly wanted to throw this out there to remind you, if you have something that you're really into, you should embrace that and don't let it just go away, all right? Give it a shot. Embrace your hobbies. Do your hobbies. Might make you feel pretty good. So last night I was pretty lazy. I decided to just sit around and watch TV. Like I said, got all my chores done on Friday. Aside from yard work, could have done some of that yesterday, but nah. Do it during the week. Just need to mow the lawn. It's almost time for that to be done with anyway. Before we know it, crap weather, it'll be here. Okay, sorry. Should stay positive on a Monday. But in my laziness, yesterday afternoon, I decided to find something to watch and decided to throw on that show, Chimp Crazy. It's on Max. It's from the director of Tiger King. Well, if you've never watched Tiger King, I think I recommend it for a watch. Now, it's kind of bothersome, for sure, but it's also entertaining. You know, some of the wacky characters in the Tiger King show, I don't know, they're like next level crazies. Chimp Crazy, you know, kind of on the same level, but I think the characters not quite as ridiculous as Joe Exotic. I do think it's potentially worth a watch. It's about people who just gotta have chimpanzees as pets. And it's pretty crazy. I don't want to give away anything out of the show because I'm not done with it. You know, I've still got, I think, half the episodes to go, if they've all been aired, that is. But man, chimpanzees, they get very big and they're incredibly strong. And they do get into discussion in this documentary about, you know, the woman who had her face ripped off by a chimpanzee. That was somebody's pet. Scary. I don't know. There's people out there into keeping very dangerous animals as pets. And I don't know, the level at which they get obsessed with these things is definitely wild. So if you're looking for something potentially bothersome, but also, I don't know, I found it interesting enough and entertaining enough. Chimp Crazy on Max. I, again, don't want to give away much, but it's amazing the things that people will allow to be filmed. You know, like you're deliberately breaking the law and you're like, yeah, sure, documentary crew, come check it out. I don't know. I'm interested to see how it all wraps up, so I'll have to watch some more of it later this evening, but that's my current recommendation for something to watch for you. Chimp Crazy on Max. Wow. People be nuts. I tell you. If you have $1 million in cash, you should probably not keep it in a cardboard box in the back seat of your car. It's a weird one here. Officers in the South Bay area of California took a report of a vehicle break-in last week. Victim claims $1 million in cash was taken from their car that they had in a cardboard box. Apparently, they parked their vehicle along the curb in front of a nearby school and went inside the gym with their child. Came back out to find the rear passenger window had been smashed and their cardboard box with $1 million was gone. So police, they don't really know if there was actually $1 million, but apparently they found a GPS device affixed to the vehicle, like something out of Breaking Bad. So somebody may have been tracking their vehicle, noticed, oh, they're going in the school, let's get that $1 million cash. Who has $1 million cash in a cardboard box in their back seat? To me, that does kind of scream of potential criminal behavior. Interesting they would be willing to go to police. Because, I don't know, it just seems like a businessman. You're not generally dealing with $1 million in cash, and you'd probably keep it somewhere a little bit safer. I don't know. Even if you're engaged in shady business, what are you doing leaving $1 million in a cardboard box in your back seat? If I had $10, it would be in my pocket. Now, you can't keep $1 million in your pocket. So I'd probably have it locked up in the bank or something, at least at home, hidden somewhere, under the floorboards, in a mattress. I don't know. Investigation still underway. If we get any updates on it, I have a feeling it's going to come out that this person's involved in the drug trade or something like that. I just can't picture a legit scenario where you've got $1 million cash in a cardboard box in your car where everything's 100%, okay. 100% legal. Anyway, I'll let you know if I get any more info on that. But yeah, store your money better, okay? People will break into your car for, like I said, that $10 thing. Somebody sees a $10 bill, they might smash your window. Things have gotten to be very expensive, so you got to be cautious with your dough. All right, it might get a little bit controversial up in here. Just a fair warning, we're talking Banned Books Week. That's right, it is Banned Books Week. Not books about bands. Books that have been banned because they're just so awful. I was looking through a list of them on the Barnes & Noble website. Yeah, if you're interested in shopping for only banned books, yeah, they've got hundreds of them on here. I didn't realize so many different books have been attempted to be banned at places like libraries and schools. And some of these definitely caught me by surprise as I started looking through the list. I mean, there's some that I knew would be on there. Catcher in the Rye, Fahrenheit 451, all of the classics that you hear about being banned, even though they are classics. But some of the others, I'm like, why? Why on earth was that banned? Is that real? And I had to Google, and yes, in fact, they were. All right, are you wondering what kind of books I'm talking about? You might remember some of these from when you were a little one. Where the Wild Things Are. Yeah, every kid has read that book, right? Where the Wild Things Are. Apparently, it was banned all over the southern U.S. People saying it was too dark. That's right. And also, Max was sent to bed without dinner. So that's abusive. And then we also have, supernatural events and witchcraft. He went to another world. Terrible, terrible book, Where the Wild Things Are. If you have a copy of that, burn it. Burn it immediately. It's going to, destroy the youth. Somehow I ended up fine after reading that book a lot as a kid, but not everybody. Yeah, Where the Sidewalk Ends. You remember that great book of poems? It was a lot of fun. I really, really like Where the Sidewalk Ends. There are the title poem, Where the Sidewalk Ends, that's a great piece of literature. Why was Where the Sidewalk Ends banned? Hang on. Where the Sidewalk Ends banned. What's in that book that's so bad? All right, it's satiric approach to difficult subjects and theme of challenging authority figures. Don't want to question the man. That's right. You listen to everything that the government says. Where the Sidewalk Ends? What? That's been banned from many libraries and schools. Why? How crazy. I mean, I read a lot of Stephen King. And okay, Stephen King can get into some pretty gruesome material. I think every Stephen King book has been banned. But that's a big difference between Stephen King and Where the Sidewalk Ends. Oh, we got somebody calling? Let's see what they want. All right, K-Bear, keep in mind that you are live on the radio. Who's this?
Hey, it's John. How are you?
John, I'm pretty good. What's up? What's on your mind?
Not much. I had a quick request for you.
Okay, you're off topic, but that's fine. It's Monday. I'm feeling nice.
Well, I haven't heard the topic. I just hopped in my car, so I'll do that too if you like.
No, that's okay. I'm just talking about banned books week. But yeah, what's your song request?
Well, I've got some Electric Callboy Fever, so if you could do the either Every Time We Touch It or one with Baby Metal, one of them two.
All right, I played Rat-ta-ta-ta probably a half hour ago, but I could probably get Every Time We Touch going on here in a minute.
If you could, that'd be great.
Sure, man. Appreciate you listening and calling in.
Yeah, I did catch your banned book, Shel Silverstein one, the Where the Sidewalk Ends.
It's a vile piece of material, man. Beware.
Well, as a kid in like second or third grade, we did a little like showing where everybody memorized one of the poems and like presented them on a little stage.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if I summoned Satan by doing that with my class or what. But.
Yeah, every kid I know read that book, and most of us seem to have turned out okay. But if you know anybody who grew up to be a real piece of crap, it might have been that book to blame.
All right, I got to keep that in mind as my opener when I go on dates now. Hey, have you read this book? If so, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, red flag. Red flag. Anybody who's read that book, man, they're a subversive person. So.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks for the warning. I sure needed it.
Yeah, I got a few others for you to be aware of, so hang on.
All right, I will be.
All right,
Thank
peace.
You.
Bye.
Yep, bye.
So we've got Where the Wild Things Are, Vile Material, Where the Sidewalk Ends. How about Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss? Is that now in the adult section of our local public libraries? 18 and over only for Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss? Yeah, that's a real banned book because it encourages violence. What is going? Who are these people that pick up a Dr. Seuss book and go, ah, I can't believe it. All right, we got another caller. Let's see what they want. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
It's Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany, what's up?
I was just going to comment on your banned books. I was going to comment about the fact that I believe they were trying to ban the Dr. Seuss book.
I just mentioned Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss.
Yep.
It's a absolutely horrific and vile piece of material. So if you see that on anybody's shelves, just burn it immediately.
Yep, exactly. So that's why I read all of them. So
that's the thing.
I believe I turned out just fine.
The first time I heard about banned books when I was a kid, I was like, what are these books? I have to read them. So, there is a benefit to banning books, and that being when you tell kids, you can't read this. This is horrible. Don't look at it. They're going to do everything they can to get their hands on that stuff. So.
Yep, exactly. You tell somebody not to do something, that's the first thing they want to do.
Exactly. So I appreciate the call today and hope you have a great week.
You too. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
See ya. All right. There is one banned book on this list that I think I can agree with. That would be Twilight. Yeah. It's a shame upon vampire stories. So let's go ahead and ban that. What's so bad about Twilight? Is it just because it's vampires? Is that why? Is there some risque moments in the Twilight series? Twilight. Don't read it. I mean, yeah, you want to read a vampire story. There are much better ones out there. Salem's Lot, another banned book by Stephen King. If you're going to go banned vampire books, that's the route I'd take. Salem's Lot. And they got the new series coming out soon on, I believe it's Max. But read the book. The book's always better. Oh, I hope I don't sneeze. Nothing like right when I'm going to jump on air, needing to sneeze. Happens all the time. Okay. You've been to Yellowstone, right? You know the Morning Glory pool? It's the hot pool that's really, really cool looking. It's rainbow colored and such like that. Well, it's amazing what beauty can come out of garbage. Yeah, apparently that used to just be blue. But over the decades, people have just thrown thousands of pounds of garbage, coins, rocks, logs, all kinds of stuff into it. Yeah, there's a picture you can see online of the Morning Glory pool in 1902. I gotta say, as one of the most famous images out of Yellowstone, it's kind of crazy how boring it was before people polluted the crap out of it. Now, I don't think they should even get this information out there to people. I'm probably, doing a disservice to Yellowstone National Park by letting people know about this, because we don't want people to go, oh, it looks much better with all the pollution from the garbage in it. Let's go start chucking garbage in other pools. Yeah. They apparently tried to clean it out in 1991. They did get a bunch of garbage out of there, but it's still got the multiple colors going on. So, again, just because beauty can come from garbage doesn't mean you need to engage in this kind of behavior. I had no idea. That's the first time I've read about this. I think they tried to keep this under wraps because people be dumb. I mean, people jump into these things and disintegrate and die. So chucking garbage in, that's pretty low tier for a lousy tourist at Yellowstone. And Freak News is powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. Earlier I was talking about idiots in Yellowstone. Well, that's the season we're in. Idiots in Yellowstone season. Yeah, it's not quite over yet. Don't know if you saw the videos and photos floating around of tourists blocking a grizzly bear from crossing a road in Yellowstone over the weekend. This ain't a bison, all right? This is a grizzly bear. Idiots. Anyhow, they're all very lucky because nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt. I mean, this is a big crowd of people, all pretty much gathered around a grizzly bear. It's clearly feeling a little bit distressed, but it didn't attack and rip anybody to pieces. I've seen a deer being ripped to pieces by a grizzly bear in Yellowstone before. It was horrifying. I mean, it's part of nature, but the sheer brutality of it, I was like, geez, I'm glad that grizzly bear is an insane distance from me. But these fools, I mean, they're right next to it. And thankfully, they caught it on a good day. Don't do that, okay? You see a wild animal in Yellowstone, stay away, especially if it's a grizzly bear, all right? Man, people are stupid. All right, what else is going on around here? Apparently, on St. Paul Island in Alaska, they take rats very seriously. There was somebody who lived there who thought they saw one rat. And now the entire island, they got peanut butter traps all over the place, black lights. They're like, we will not have a rat on this island. Apparently, they worry about the island being taken over by rats. I guess they reproduce at a very fast rate. So, yeah, they're basically on shutdown here, trying to find, this one rat. Well, I guess we had a mouse in the building one time, and the amount of chaos that it wreaked around here, I could see shutting down an island for a rat. Rats are worse than mice and bigger and creepier. So, yeah, good luck to them. Hey, look who it is. It's Peaches. How's it going, Peaches?
Oh, nothing. What's going on with you?
No, not much. You've got kind of a weird name. Brendan Peach.
Yeah, sure.
But it could be worse. Your parents could have named you Brendan Skywalker Peach, and then you wouldn't be able to go anywhere. Apparently, Disney's copyrights are so, strong. There was a kid whose middle name was Skywalker, and he wasn't able to leave the country that he lives in to just try to go on vacation because they wouldn't stamp on his passport the word Skywalker because they were worried about Disney suing them.
Isn't that stupid?
Yeah, you should be able to name yourself whatever you want. I would think that if you were trying to sell products that were somehow tied to Star Wars, okay, that's copyright infringement, but it's just a name, right?
I was against dumb on the parents' part for naming their kid Skywalker out of all things. Who cares if you're a Star Wars fan? You're going to get this kid bullied.
You think so? For Skywalker? I think Skywalker's a pretty good name.
People get bullied for anything.
That's true, but, his first name was Loki. So that's worse. That's worse.
Loki Skywalker what?
Let's see. What was the last name here? Mowbray? Mowbray?
Loki Skywalker Mowbray.
Yeah. That has a pretty good ring to it, to me. He's a superhero, man. There's much worse names than Loki Skywalker.
It's like, imagine me like having my first kid and I name it Harry.
Well, what you do is you name it Harold, and then you can claim I had no idea. And you just bully your children.
Or like Juicy or something like that. Imagine how terrible that would be. Plump.
Plump Peach. I think with the last name of Peach, you should have fun when it comes to naming your kids. I think you should go for Harold Peach.
This is my son, Diced. Something like that.
I encourage you to do so. You're going to have to find the right lady, though, because they might not have a sense of humor with bullying the children with names, Peaches.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Can't do it?
Nah, it's too mean.
No Harold Peach?
I don't want to come be at home and a kid's crying inside saying, "Why'd you guys name me Harold?"
What if it's a girl and you named it Princess? Princess Peach. No?
I can make a joke right now. I don't want to make this joke. Come on.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. All right, Freak News powered by Grease Monkey. Voted Idaho's best oil change. If you're going to name your kid something wacky, not Disney names. They'll sue. Speaking of shows, we got tickets up for grabs this week to Judas Priest. Yeah. You want to go see the mighty Judas Priest at the Mountain America Center on the 5th of October, coming up quick? Well, nothing beats free, so you might as well try to win some tickets by signing up in the K-Bear 101 or Alt 101 apps. Teamed up with our homies at No Limit Guitar Company to give away a big pile of tickets. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up with No Limit Guitar Company. So you better stay tuned. We're going to have a blast with No Limit in the month of October. But we begin right now with Judas Priest and Sabaton tickets up for grabs. Sign up in the K-Bear 101 or Alt 101 apps. And if you're lucky, you will win free tickets to the show. Now, if you don't win, of course, buy them. Got to support rock and metal at the Mountain America Center so we can keep more awesome shows coming. So hit up the riverbendmediagroup.com event calendar. Find the link there to get yourself some tickets and go to the show. You will, of course, see me there. It's going to be awesome. So enter to win K-Bear 101 and Alt 101 apps tickets to Judas Priest and Sabaton, thanks to our friends at No Limit Guitar Company. Very grateful to work where I do, where the type of aggravations I've got to put up with, they're pretty tame for the most part. Jade giving me a bunch of extra work, or not being able to speak properly on the microphone and feeling like an idiot. I don't have to deal with getting kicked in the face. It's a bad day on the job. Now, police officers, that's always a risk. Someone's going to try to, attack you. But you probably don't expect it going out on a potential kidnapping call. This woman in Florida called the cops. Hey, my son has been kidnapped. So they come out to her home, and she's pretty worked up. So she tells me, I called earlier that week, and I spoke with Tia De Leon. And they're like, who's that? Like, now, wait a minute. Didn't you say somebody's been kidnapped, right now? And she just loses her mind. I can't deal with this. You're not invited. Like, excuse me, ma'am. Have you been drinking or anything like that? And then she just flies off the handle. No, I haven't done any of that. My child's been kidnapped. Doesn't appear to be any evidence that anyone has been kidnapped. But then she lifts up her shirt, flashes the officer, and then I don't know if she got taken to the ground. And was it a ninja-style kick? How did she kick the officer in the face? There's a lot of profanity in the article. Okay, she dramatically falls to the ground, and then when they were trying to help her back up, bam! Kicks him right in the face. Jeez. And they're like, well, you just assaulted an officer. That's a felony. She's like, I didn't do anything. What do you mean? We got the body cam footage. You kicked him in the face. Anyway, she's in jail now. Just another day on the job for a Florida police officer. But made me feel better about my Monday morning. As far as I know, I'm not at risk of being kicked in the face. If I get kicked in the face at work, I'm going home. And as an officer, you can't do that. You just got to go do paperwork. Fill out and remind yourself that you were just kicked in the face. Ugh. Anyway, shout out to those out doing that job. It's not a job for everybody. I couldn't do it. All right. Yeah, again, the only issue I'm facing today is maybe somebody calling going, I don't like that song. Please, listeners, don't make it any worse than that for me today, all right? So in addition to giving away tickets to Judas Priest this week, we are also giving away tickets to haunted attractions. That's right. Sitting next to me, I got a big pile of tickets to the Lost Souls attractions, as well as the Haunted Mill in Teton. How would you like to go to a haunted attraction for free? Loads of fun. Well, you need to listen for scream tones. The scream tone's pretty obvious. It sounds all scary, and then it goes, call now. So if you hear that, you'll want to be caller number, are we doing 13? I think that's what we usually do. Caller number 13 to win a pair of tickets to a haunted attraction. But only when you hear the scream tone played. So keep your ears open. If you hear something that sounds all scary and then says, call now, then call. Be the right caller. Win tickets to a haunted attraction. And we're going to have a whole bunch of other opportunities for you to win tickets to haunted attractions coming up throughout the month of October, so stay tuned. But for now, scream tone action, back in full force. Listen for it, win, good luck. All right, people online were asked, what subscription was worth every penny? Yeah, we're living in the time of endless subscriptions. I like the wide variety of entertainment options we have now compared to the old days of just cable, where you'd channel surf and whatever was on was what you got. Now it's a whole different struggle of, okay, I have 10 million options and I can't find anything to watch because I can't just pick one. But all the different subscriptions, they do add up. And you sometimes wonder, do I need these? Which ones of these could I afford to get rid of? Well, probably many. You might want to take a look at that. But there could be subscriptions out there worth every penny. Let's see what people are talking about. I doubt we're going to see streaming services, even though, they're still a pretty good value. It's just the having to have a million of them that makes it a challenge. Okay. Oh, the America the Beautiful Pass. If you're not familiar with this, these are great. It's an annual pass to the national parks. Now, if you visit a national park, they could cost anywhere from 25 to 35 bucks. I seem to remember looking at Yellowstone and Grand Teton, and I think it was 35 bucks to get into each park for a carload. So for 80 bucks, you can buy the America the Beautiful Pass and get into all of the national parks in the country for an entire year. So if you visit Yellowstone and Grand Teton more than once, it's already paid for itself. And then you could hit up places like, Bryce Canyon, Zion, drive yourself down to the Grand Canyon. There's a lot of national parks around. How many? I don't know. But if I had a lot more spare time and a car that got good gas mileage, pretty much the only thing that has prevented me from buying an America the Beautiful Pass this year, because I really want to go to Yellowstone and Grand Teton, is the gas prices and driving a truck. Going to cost me a lot of money. One of these days I'll get a car, but all my money going toward streaming services, apparently. All right, what else do people think is a good deal here? Good subscription that you just gotta have. Oh, a local gas station wherever this person lives offers unlimited fries for $10 a month. That ain't too bad. What's the price of a medium fry at an average fast food place? $3.50? So if you eat fries 3 times a month, it's paid for itself. And if it's unlimited fries, they're not the healthiest way to fill yourself up, but they're a delicious meal. Can't go wrong with French fries. I don't know where this is at, but it's a gas station called Sheetz, Sheetz. Where are those? Give me unlimited fries. The Criterion Channel? What is that? Is this okay? I'm guessing yet another streaming service. They say it has an endless amount of quality and interesting films that are not widely available on streaming. All right, like what? Let's pull up their website here, the Criterion Channel. All right. Okay, you got Apocalypse Now, My Cousin Vinny. Yeah, just another streaming service. Looks like a lot of classic films, too. So if you're into older stuff, that might be really up your alley. Empire Records. All right, I'm just going to close this. I already subscribe to enough streaming services. Okay? Enough's enough already. Columbia House, that's not around anymore, is it? You remember? Get yourself 10 CDs for a penny. That was good stuff. Okay, they've got... there is still Columbia House? It looks like now it's based around movies. Get your first 2 DVDs for only $9.95 each. That don't sound like that good of a deal to me. I mean, you can go to the pawn shop and load up on DVDs for like $1. Well, at least they're still trying. If it was 10 DVDs for $1, might have to give it a shot. Peaches, we're looking at subscriptions that are worth every penny. What do you think? What do you got? Any subscriptions that are like, I just couldn't live without this?
If YouTube Premium wasn't so expensive, I'd go with that one.
But it's apparently too expensive, so it's not worth every penny.
That's the only one that comes to my mind, really, because those YouTube ads are getting quite annoying, and YouTube is also like just making themselves worse and worse and worse.
Now, YouTube's gotten real bad. I watch a lot of YouTube, and if you watch it on a TV...
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
It's horrible.
There's like 60-second ad breaks.
Yeah.
Might as well watch cable television.
And if you're watching videos that are only a few minutes long, I mean, they're pummeling you with ads. And yeah, they've gotten to be unskippable, a lot of them.
Oh, now they just put out a new rule saying even if the screen's paused, ads will still pop up.
Yeah. Now, if you subscribe to Premium, is there just no ads at all?
No ads at all. That's what Josh from Classy braggingly talks about all the time. I have YouTube Premium.
Yeah, how much is it?
It's like $20 a month, I think.
$20 a month?
I think it is. No, don't quote me on that, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I mean... If it got to the point that the ads were like they were on Hulu, where they were unskippable and they were 2-minute ad breaks, and you're watching a 20-minute show and there's like 4 of them,
right?
Then I might consider subscribing to YouTube Premium. But right now, it seems like 60 seconds max.
Yeah, I just got Netflix again, and I was looking at that $6.99 a month membership, and it says with ads. I'm like, nope, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Netflix for $15 a month.
I know, it's tough. I ended up getting a package deal with like HBO, and I think it's got Paramount and Disney or something. It was a much better deal than just getting HBO.
See, I use Disney,
Hulu.
And I don't really care for Paramount all that much.
Yeah, so. Paramount's got some pretty good stuff on it. The new South Park specials and things like that. But yeah, to make Hulu and HBO a decent value, you had to get the package deal.
Yeah.
And then no ads on Hulu was great because I was about fed up with Hulu at that point. All right, we got people calling. Let's see what they got. All right, caller, you are live on the show. Please keep that in mind. What do you got for subscriptions that you couldn't live without?
I actually bought maybe 25 years ago a lifetime satellite radio subscription.
Hey, wait a minute.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? And how much was it at the time? Do you remember?
It was like $450.
But hey, if you've had it for 25 years, that's not too bad.
Just fine.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I appreciate you listening to us this morning, listening to my show instead of satellite radio, so thank you, sir.
Well, I don't even hardly carry it around with me anymore, but I still have it, so yeah.
How much do you think we could charge for people to listen to K-Bear and people would still pay for it?
Hundreds of dollars.
All right. Boss man, you listening? I want my share of revenue.
I just I did the math. 12 times 25, 300. Times like $9.99 a month for Sirius XM, $2,997.
Okay,
would have been the dollar amount he had to pay if he paid monthly.
All right, so yeah, you're doing extremely well. I bet they don't offer that anymore.
No, not at all.
I do not believe so. No.
Right.
I think my dad got it years ago when it first started too.
Really?
Yeah.
Right on. Well, cool, sir. Well, I appreciate, again, you tuning into my show. Hope you have a great week, and thanks for the call.
Yep, not a problem. Have a good day, too.
You too, man. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Peace. Yeah, when I got thinking about subscriptions, I just couldn't go without, internet. Just basic internet service, Wi-Fi. I think that I wouldn't be able to get by
Is
without
rent
that.
worth every penny? No.
Oh, yeah, my mortgage, it could be cheaper.
We could go back to the whole utilities thing and talk about the city of Idaho Falls putting an extra $5 on your bill every month and then asking, hey, do you want to donate to the poor? Who do you think I am? I'm part of that crowd.
Exactly. I am the poor. I'm a paycheck to paycheck kind of guy. So, yeah, those are all, I guess internet nowadays is more of a necessity. It's not a luxury like when I was a kid. You have to have it.
Oh, yeah. If you live without internet, you're practically Amish.
Yeah, you're like completely off the grid.
What's wrong with you?
Probably weirder now to have no internet than no phone or something.
I would say maybe like I'm going to say the dreadful S word. You want to know why? Because people make playlists of the new music, and then I'll put it for It's So New. Weeknights at 5 p.m.
I only pay for that because I've got the family plan and the kids are on it. If at this point, I would drop Spotify, and I've kept my Apple Music subscription that I had a trial for.
I found that they're significantly better compared to Spotify.
Oh, yeah, the audio quality the availability of stuff. And I think podcasts and such are all on there as well. I tend to listen to podcasts on Spotify just because I've got them all saved on there. But Apple Music, it's cheaper and better quality for sure. That when I listen to music at home, it's always Apple Music. So they did make me mad over the weekend, though. They did something to their Dolby Atmos library, and it's like super quiet. Like, my soundbar, it's loud.
Right, yeah.
I turned it all the way up, and it wasn't even satisfactory. So I don't know, some recent update they did screwed something up in the TV app. I didn't try it on my phone, but yeah, annoying. Anyway, sorry that Columbia House is no longer available, everybody. You're going to have to buy your CDs at a pawn shop. If you're looking for some fun this weekend, the Idaho Falls Downtown Development Corporation is throwing Oktoberfest 2024. Going to be going down at the Broadway Plaza, right next to Smokin' Finn's, 3 to 7 p.m. Got a lot of live music going on. Great bands as well, featuring some good homies. Two Bald Guys and Cold Hard Whiskey, two great bands. And it's an all-ages event, so there will be food and stuff. But if you're into beer, there will be plenty of brews to try from. That's Oktoberfest 2024. Brought to you by the Idaho Falls Downtown Development Corporation, going down this Saturday, September 28th, from 3 to 7 p.m. Peaches is going to be there, right, Peaches?
Sure. Do we have to be there?
No.
Okay.
We just should. You get down there, triple IPA time, Peaches.
I don't want to confuse everybody because we already have two Bald Guys, the band, performing, and we're two Bald Guys.
So, yeah.
And we're not them.
We could jump on stage with them and make it 4 Bald Guys.
Sure.
I know one of the guys in Two Bald Guys.
The Chrome Dome 4-piece.
That's right. Bald People Unite for Oktoberfest 2024. Going down this Saturday. It's going to be a good time. Broadway Plaza, right next to Smokin' Finn. See you there. Hey, are you a sloppy musician? I like reading these kind of articles because I would consider myself a bit of a sloppy player when it comes to guitar. You might still be able to make it in the music business. Because Ryan Martinie of Mudvayne, he says that his playing on their debut album, a bit sloppy and out of tune, but seemed to benefit the track. And he's well renowned as one of the best bass players in the rock and metal world. I never thought of his playing as slopping or out of tune. I thought it was pretty solid. But apparently he as a player disagrees. You're always going to be your own worst critic, though. Like, listening back to any stuff I've recorded over the years, I can always hear lots of little things that I'm like, oh, I suck. Why? But now I feel a little bit better because most people probably didn't notice it. I've certainly felt like a sloppy player jamming for the first time in like a decade on Saturday. Now, there were many moments of just pure greatness jamming with Steve McMichael and Joey Lobato. Many moments it was like, man, I forget how much we rule till I'm sitting here playing these songs live with you guys. But then there were other times where I'm like, why can't I remember my own songs? Where does this one go next? It's not quite like riding a bicycle. If you don't play a song for like 10 years, start to finish, with your drummer, you're going to forget some things. Thankfully, the talented guys I play with, they also forgot some stuff. But yeah, you know what? Ryan Martinie, unique sound to his playing. That's why you should always strive for individuality in what you do playing a musical instrument if you're trying to write your own music. Don't try to be another band. If there's, a sound you're really into, maybe incorporate a little of it. But if you're just out there copying the latest trends and things like that, you're only going to go so far. You're just going to be one of those bands that's a wannabe of so-and-so. So, don't stress too much. If you come up with something unique to do that seems a little bit off or not traditional with your playing, you might end up being held in very high regard, like Ryan Martinie, who's definitely excellent. When is Mudvayne going to give us some new music? Geez, they've been back out playing shows for quite a while. No word on that in this article. Just him talking about... I think he's just being humble. Because I could fire up Mudvayne's debut album and it's not going to sound sloppy and out of tune. Found that kind of interesting. Anyway, get out and play. Get out and play some guitar. Peaches, do you have any idea what the Brokey challenge is?
Brokey challenge? I'm broke already.
I
won.
Yeah, apparently it's a challenge from pop artist Latto.
Who's that?
Well, she's a pop artist.
Oh, you're the Z103 music director. I have to ask you.
Yeah, she's a pop artist.
Oh, okay, cool.
She had that song Big Hit Energy. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me.
It's a takeoff of the Ariana Grande phrase that, years ago talked about with Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. So, the Brokey challenge, I'm trying to figure out what it is. Some Waffle House employee was fired for doing it, so I'm wondering if it's something kind of bad. So let's see.
How do you spell Brokey? Is it broke with the Y?
Brokey. So the phrase references the track of the same name from her latest album, and it centers on individuals who lack money to afford expensive things. So it is, something related to broke. But I don't know. Let's see. You record a video at your job, but I don't know exactly what you're supposed to do.
It says here, Latto feels the best... Wait, no, that's not it. The best way to handle calling someone broke is to give them money. So is that what that worker was doing? Just giving them money?
No, I think they were just like dancing around or something. Let's see. Latto promised to fly the worker who wins the challenge to be part of a music video from the track. But I can't really figure out what exactly you're supposed to do. I've looked at multiple articles. Like, what's the challenge? What is the challenge?
Should we watch the video?
Well, Latto songs might have some bad language. So I don't know if I'm going to fire up the track on the show here. But I'm just trying to figure out what the stupid challenge is. Because I could use 10 grand. I'll do a challenge here at work. I'll fire up and make a TikTok video.
No, we put on YouTube Shorts, right?
Or YouTube Shorts. Sure. All right, I'm going to watch a video,
I guess,
without the sound.
Okay. I guess you're supposed to hand over money to people that you think are hard workers. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Oh, well, I am not doing that challenge. No way. No money for any of you. I'm out of here. Thank you again for tuning in to the Victor Welch Show. This program's a production of River. Why can't I say that? God.
To say Riverbend Media Group.
Riverbend Media Group. This program's a production of God. This program's a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.